Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Tiffany, a retired librarian turned homeschool mom, and in this video we're going to look at gargoyles. In this case, this is an episode on the PBS YouTube channel Storied, specifically on their show Monstrum, with Dr. Emily Zarka, who is a doctor of philosophy, specifically English literature, focusing on the Romance period and specifically the Gothic literature. So in this episode, she talks about gargoyles and how they became something more than waterspouts. Yeah, that's essentially what gargoyles are in the physical sense. They're waterspouts. They're designed to funnel water away from buildings. They just happen to be designed in grotesque manners. She does specify there's a difference between a gargoyle and a grotesque, which is another term for kind of a creepy architectural figure, usually carved into stone, possibly wood. But gargoyles can be grotesques, but they're not necessarily, because again, they're water spouts. They're designed to funnel water, similar to if you're basically a lot of people around the world, at least in the U.S., have, why can't I think about this? Gutters. Yes, your rain gutters. This is essentially the same purpose of these gargoyles. So they just happen to be far more creative looking than the weird metal things people attach to their houses. I live in the Southwest. We don't get that much rain. I don't think we have rain gutters. But moving on. So this episode kind of explores how we have romanticized and given life and history to basically ugly, scary looking water spouts. And no, nobody knows why on earth they were carved this way. Some people think they were meant to be scary and to scare away creatures from particularly a lot of churches. Some people just think it's fun. So that people just looking for something interesting. And you don't really pay attention to them unless you're looking at them closely. They have a tendency to be on the roofs of buildings because that's their use. And unless you're looking at them through binoculars or you happen to be getting close to the roofs of buildings, they're kind of hiding in the corners and things. So they're mysterious. But she looks at how, again, we took something that was rarely seen, probably not often thought about, and had a practical use of being a water spout into various different, basically evil creatures and coming to life. The first kind of idea like this of gargoyles being alive came from L. Frank Baum in his Wizard of Oz series, apparently the fourth book. But those were made of wood, and then you have she goes over to various other films. The main thing I remember, and a lot of people from my generation remember, is the television show Gargoyles, where they were cursed and protectors and guarding mankind. And yes, I did love that show. So that's really what this episode goes over. It looks at that very interesting history. It also brings up Ghostbusters and how they brought up the gargoyle-like creatures in the first film being, again, demon dogs or something. It's been a while since I've seen gargoyles, or Ghostbusters for that matter. So it's a good episode. This, again, Storied is, the channel itself is connected to PBS, so this is not that long. It's very open to pretty much any age, so I don't know if the real littles are going to have any interest in this whatsoever. I believe this episode in and of itself is only about 11 minutes. Yeah, Gargoyles is just over 11 minutes long, so they're not that long. They're a good introduction into the mythos surrounding gargoyles. So that's it for this review. If you like what you see, be sure to check out the rest of the channel. I do lots of book reviews, lots of film reviews, everything revolving around the fact that we are a secular homeschooling family. So a lot of this that's my mindset when I'm doing these reviews. These are educational, and these have a use in that sense. I also do some kids travel stuff, some more education stuff. Again, I'm focusing on education and particularly secular homeschooling. So be sure to check out the rest of the channel and like and subscribe. Thank you.